Hello and welcome to Dota 2 Update, Episode 13. My name is SUNSfan. Joining me is Xenocide and a very, very drunk Reaves. How are you guys doing?
Why do you gotta say very twice?
Because I
One,
can.
one very, one, slightly very.
Well,
Xena,
I'm
how's
doing
life?
very, very, very mediocre today.
Oh, beautiful. Mediocre.
People that watch our updates are gonna think I'm an alcoholic.
Yes,
I'm not. It's just coincidental.
it is
Wednesdays are
coincidental.
good to me.
Yep.
Wednesdays are like the prime time to drink, when you have a job.
That's true. It's like I don't know, it's right in the middle of the week. It's hump day. You gotta drink on Wednesday.
You know what? I'm here. All right.
That is the important thing.
Indeed.
So with today's patch, new hero, Slark. And I must say he looks extremely fun. As far as like visuals and whatnot, the only thing that I'll mention that I thought was going to be a problem, if you look at his portrait, it looks very similar to Meepo, which was kind of like a Down syndrome version of Meepo, if you will, like a more of a fishy version. I'm not a big fan of the way Meepo looks. So I was kind of scared about this, but in game he doesn't look anything like that, so no problems whatsoever. Everything is pretty much top notch from my perspective. You guys have any other opinions?
What, other than top notch? I mean,
Yeah.
how can you say anything is better than top notch? Maybe like right out of the top drawer or something like that. I don't know. I think it looks awesome. I think the smoke effect looks amazing. By the way, Pounce has to be like the most cuddly and awesome spell in like all of Dota 2. So
Look at the icon for it. It's super
Um,
cuddly too.
like I have to say, for like the first time in a long time, I'm actually super excited to play a hero that they put out. Probably not since like Coddle have I really been overly pumped up for a hero, but yeah.
All right, that doesn't sound like much coming after saying that. It's like, ugh.
Okay, Mister, looking forward to Centaur.
Excuse me? He's like the most rigged hero in the game, of course. Who
Well, the
isn't?
first thing that comes to mind when I look at it is how many amazing fail videos I'm gonna get with that pounce. So many.
Yeah,
Just so many. It's gonna be great.
it is going to be great. I'm looking at some of his close-ups in the model viewer here, and it looks like he has like fish attached to his arms. It's freaking awesome. When I read his lore, this is one hero that I did not ever get to play in Dota 1 because we quit the patch before he came out with Ancient Apparition, and I did not get the feeling that he was related to a fish in any way. But obviously, I was wrong. No complaints though from this side. When he pounces, it's like a goldfish. That's not the right term because goldfish really don't jump out of the water.
They don't do a lot of pouncing.
It's like a jumper fishy, whatever those are called. What are they called? Somebody tell me.
I'm the drunk one.
It's a jumper fishy, all right?
This is obviously a jumper fishy. You mean like a dolphin? I know that's not a fish.
No, it's not a. What's that when you're going fishing and like there's like specific fish that they jump like all over. They'll jump in your
It's
face.
just like flying.
Maybe it's flying fish.
Catfish?
Yes. No. No, not
I think
catfish.
Catfish like the opposite. That is lurk on the bottom. Anyways.
All right. Anyway, I do have to mention one thing. When I read over his again, I didn't really play this hero ever. So most of the stuff that for our intro I had to do based on reading off of Play Dota, and I did read it several times, but I still made a horrible mistake. The ultimate didn't seem very good to me. I'm like, you get movement speed, HP regeneration, and your invis. I mean, that's all sounds good, but only for 5.5 seconds. That's kind of meh, to be honest. But apparently, the move speed and HP regeneration is passive all the time, unless they have vision of you, which is insane. Because 7 HP per second regeneration that's like almost 4 times a heart, essentially, if you're alone. I mean, that is ridiculous. And of course, the 40% move speed goes without saying. It just sounds like a really fun hero with a lot of ganking capabilities. So, look forward to seeing him in games for sure.
Can't wait.
Indeed. Especially with the jumper fishy stuff. Can't go wrong with that. Anyway, next up on the list, something that we've been anticipating for quite a while, to be honest, is the chat wheel, which is now in the game. If you hit I think we're going to come on a video on this as well. If you hit Y by default, a little wheel thing will come up, which if you played... What games do this now? Like, I know Battlefield, some FPS games typically. And you move your mouse around, you can select whatever's on the screen. You can say push, help, stun, etc., and it'll come up with a text version of whatever that selection is. Except if you do missing, which is the cool, and I don't know if they're going to be perhaps adding voices to the rest of them, but if you hit missing and you're in mid, it'll say missing mid with your hero's voice, which is awesome, and the same for top and bottom. Any comments?
I don't know. It's an okay addition, I guess, for people that would like a common language amongst the variety of players we have on Dota 2. I think that it's an interesting UI choice as far as doing the wheel, because usually that's something you would see attached to an analog stick, aka console game, so not 100% sure why they did that, but otherwise, whatever.
Typical cynical Xeno. And now the
I-
drunken Reeves. What are your comments?
The normal Reaves. It's everything's. The only thing I'm worried about is that people are going to spam this, because I think about, like, we play like Counter-Strike as well, and they have something similar to this, and it's definitely not as needed, but we just end up spamming it just for fun to laugh at it. So hopefully it doesn't turn into that. The missing one's going to be great for people who don't have a mic.
Yeah, I really
That's-
hate those people, honestly. Like, get a mic, for God's sake.
Yeah, but I don't hate it. I'll just have to see what happens.
I mean, what would you add to it as far as, I mean, obviously there's, how many? There are 8 different selections you can make. Do you think there's any that are missing off the top of your guys' head?
What is Gare? Oh, care. Well, the way the flowers,
you.
the way the flowers are arranged.
Yes.
I don't know what I'd add.
There's no rage comments, like, you suck. I mean, that's definitely missing.
Well, they can't do that.
Well, I mean, they're going to type it anyway. Might as well make it easier on the rager to get things off his chest, you know?
Yeah.
At least that's
I
how
kind
I
of feel
look
like care and missing are kind of like, or not care and give back. Like, what substantial difference is there between those two?
I don't know.
It's just like a more significant version of careful.
Oh, they're also missing a feed button, for sure.
I'm kind of mad they didn't go with caref, because I've been saying caref. I like that.
I have no
It's
idea
a
what
new
that
thing.
means. Anyway,
careful.
moving on, we see some. We're not going to talk about the different templates that are available. Now, I was under the impression, just based on the screenshots, and then I went in game. I was kind of disappointed, but there's different templates you could choose, which is cool. But there's no way to customize it, which I'm still waiting to be able to bind mouse wheel up, mouse wheel down, and mouse wheel 3, which is just something that I've given up on as of 6 months ago. So nothing to be said there. But moving on, there is a cool little addition in the game, and actually I'm going to switch to the live version. You can see it's the player activity chart, and it shows. It kind of looks like that Pandemic browser game. This is what I was telling you guys before we started, where you're trying to take. Actually, I keep saying trying to take over the world. You're trying to contain the virus in the game, right? But it looks very similar. Your mic is not working, Reese, but it looks very similar to that game.
Thanks.
There we go. And as you can see right now, a lot of people playing in Brazil. A lot of Brazilians on right now, East Coast. Europe's kind of dead, but this is like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. for them or something like that, so to be expected. Southeast Asia, just going crazy. China's dead.
What is this for, really, though?
Oh, it's just cool informational stuff. Like, I think it's a nice thing to add. I wish they did, like...
I think Zoid
I
needs
wish
to
they
remove
allowed
Reeves.
for a little bit more detail.
Zoid
No.
made this, Reeves.
No,
You're
I
talking
love
crap
it.
about
It's
Zoid.
Great, Zoid. It's very colorful, and I enjoy that a lot about it.
That's good.
Is it really that colorful?
I'm going to ask him if he plays Pandemic, because it looks seriously so much like that. And it makes me hungry. I don't know why, but it just does. All right, moving on.
So basically, you're a
What is
zombie.
wrong with you?
You know what happens when someone watches too much Walking Dead?
Yeah,
Fair
that's
warning
true.
for everyone.
All right, a couple other things before we wrap this up. There are some inklings. Oh, by the way, shout out to Cyborg Matt for allowing us to use his website to make this video, cyborgmatt.com. There's some inklings of things that are in the game for winter update, and I was thinking, how cool would it be, and of course I'm being completely sarcastic when I say this, a Santa Tide mode where everything's exactly like Dire Tide except Roshan is Santa and the pumpkin is a Christmas tree.
And also, you shouldn't be allowed to kill the candy. or presents, whatever you're collecting.
The presents, yeah.
Yeah, shouldn't be able to kill those because it ruins the metagame of Dire Tide.
Didn't they get rid of that a while ago?
I don't know, dude. I stopped playing that after like a week.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the
Same.
biggest complaint for most people is that Dire Tide just got old after a while. I mean, most people play it currently, and when I say currently, I think it's ending by the time this video comes out, but they're playing it just to collect the items. And I don't know. I mean, it's a cool incentive, but the game mode just got old for me personally.
Oh,
among others.
they are just destroying the trade market. I hope they know that. They're making it really, really stressful for me.
Inflation.
Yeah, the inflation is just. I mean, there's all these kids running around trying to trade white items for good stuff. It's just.
Well, the biggest issue I had with the game itself, my favorite part, which apparently I'm in the minority here, is the killing Roshan part. I thought it would be cool to have if you could have some communication. Like nobody seems to want to communicate to organize strats to take him down faster, and then you look at people killing it in literally less than a second. I'm like, come on, that just ruins it for me. Like I'm never gonna beat that.
Yeah, you're just not gonna try because it's not fair. Normal people want to kill Roshan too, really fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we kind of already went over the problems with that game mode in the
I like how you have
past.
to sigh every time. you bring it up.
Indeed. I don't want to talk about that, but what I will say is I'm essentially just taking this as sort of like a conceptual thing from Valve, just basically saying, hey, we can throw out a crazy game mode, do whatever we want, play around with the game engine, and test this out as like a concept, and then kind of go from there, trying to implement things that maybe are slightly more balanced and fun.
It's a much more serious
And less
analysis
items.
than what I gave.
All right, and the last thing we're going to bring up, this is actually, I think, probably our short, unless Reeves brings this out to like a 20-minute conversation, because I know he loves this subject. It's been our shortest video yet. The Greevil. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm under the assumption that when the official patch comes out, because as of this recording, it's the test patch, but by the time this video comes out, it should be around the time the actual patch comes out. Greevil eggs will be hatching, is what I'm under
Greevil
the assumption.
hatch party, my house.
Yeah. Are you excited, Reeves? What do you got?
The white one.
Racist.
Fully decked out with 3 unusuals. It's pretty much
Oh,
awesome.
I
And then
plan on recording that, like a
What?
live reaction.
Live, like just like the
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it'll just feel like you staring at your computer screen, all excited, like Christmas morning, and then the look of disgust on your face when you realize that unusual essences, like, apparently do nothing. But
Listen, it was fun.
Well, look at the
Ju-
effects
just-
list on there.
Yeah, just trading it
Oh, I
was
know,
fun.
I'm just-
So, but the thing that pissed me off was when they decided to be like, "Oh yeah, we decided like a while ago that you were gonna put 3 unusuals on a black one if you want," and that's what everybody wanted all of a sudden. Totally wrecked the market. I feel like they should run ideas by me because they are making it really hard on my trading.
indeed,
That's all
the
that's
Dota
important.
2 500 dropped by 3.5% yesterday, guys. It's unfortunate.
Oh, man.
Asian
Oh.
markets are going strong though.
Yeah,
Well,
where's
that's
that?
good.
Where's that trade show, Reeves? Where's that? How's that coming along?
I feel like I'm running ideas past high people.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't make any sense. And with that, we're gonna end this patch update. So my name is SUNSfan.
It's
Joining
in the
me
works.
was the Drunken Reeves,
Shut up.
that amazing idea, and Xeno. Thanks for joining us. Until next week, guys. Love you.